I built that when I was in high school. 3M belt sander, $5,000, like half full of tools. These are my favorite tools in planet Earth. This is one of my favorite tools. This is an exhaust bender.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we are at Enswell Speed and Fab today. This is going to be a shop tour with the hot rod shop. It's more along the lines of, like, honestly, selfishly, stuff that I would be interested in. So these guys are doing a bunch of really cool builds in here. A guy named Luke Sobey and a group of his friends have taken over this shop. Pretty young kids. This is a huge risk for these guys, and I gotta say, I'm wondering if this thing is gonna sink or if it's gonna swim. Nice to actually meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Luke, talk to me a little bit about how you got started and how long the shop's been here.
So the shop's been around since 2016, I believe.
Yeah.
I started working here in 2021. I had worked at a body shop prior to that, just kind of built cars in my backyard type thing, and got a job here. And then just last year in April, I ended up buying the shop.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you working on most of the time?
My background previously was body work, so that's kind of what we started to do. Is we've always done hot rods, you know, engine swaps, performance stuff, but we're turning more into like full restorations. So we'll do a lot of, we'll bring a car in, strip it all the way down, sandblast it, paint it, interior, engine, everything. Like this right here.
This was built in here, the shop.
Yeah, 53 Chevy. It's nice, yeah, but it's full custom. And all the cars in here have been full builds. This Jeep, we stripped it all the way down. We put a new tub on it, full paint and body. We built this custom suspension, which we're learning some things. Some of the geometry wasn't quite right, so that's what we're redoing right now on it. But yeah, like this is full custom build. Blazer, same deal. So this one right here, it's a 1972 Blazer. We did full build on it. It's not like the nicest one compared to some of the other ones in the shop. The guy wanted it to be more original style.
Care if I open that up?
Yeah, open it up.
Have you guys done any work to the interior?
Yeah, so we did this one back in like 2021. It's a few years ago. Okay. And he drove it, had some issues with it because it had a coolant leak. And I told him, hey, bring it in the shop, we'll fix it. And he never did. And he melted down the motor. So the motor's getting rebuilt right now.
Nice. What motor does it have?
It was a 383 stroker.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took the motor out, I stripped it all the way down, found what was wrong, took it to them, and they were basically doing all the machine work. All the bearings were heated up and trashed, and it was bad. And this is a 57 Chevy. The guy had it back in like high school or something, and it sat for years. It was in his garage, and it was just a project that he never made time for. So this one's kind of funny. It's on a Camaro frame, actually. It's a 1970 Camaro frame, and then we put an LS3 in it. So the motor sits super low.
I was gonna say that sits a lot
Super
lower
low
than I would anticipate.
So the body's like awkwardly high. Yeah, it works, but Camaro frame, Chevy truck.
Do you notice when you're sitting in it? Or?
I don't know yet because I've never really sat in it. We're waiting on interior parts to show up. They've been back ordered for months, so yeah, we're done other than interior and then the bed floor.
Paint job looks awesome.
Yeah, we did a bunch of custom metal work in the bed.
Yeah.
We welded in these tubs and everything to accommodate the wider tires.
That's really cool.
This is also a 72 Blazer.
You guys specialize in any brand or?
People always ask that. It's mostly Chevys.
Okay.
Mostly Chevys just because that's what's most popular. Ironically enough, I have probably built 10 or 15 of the 67 to 72 Chevys. I know these things way too well. So
that's a good thing to know.
Yeah,
you know?
it's fun. They're super common. I love them myself. I'm restoring one at home right now too.
So who's this for?
So this is a customer that lives out in Riverton. He had it back in high school too. And I mean, the way it works is the guys got to have it when they were younger. They get some money in their pocket. They want to make it new again. So we put an LS3 in it, souped it all up. It should have some decent horsepower. And we did full paint and body. We're in the process of just assembling it right now. We're working on an exhaust right now too, so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool that you're taking these trucks that people have had.
Yeah.
And then
that's what,
them.
like every single car in here has a backstory. Like, I don't remember the last time I worked on one that it was just like someone bought it. It's always, my grandpa bought it brand new or it's been in the family 50 years, so. It's pretty cool. It's super meaningful when we finish it and they take it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
How long should somebody expect that to take?
I tell people we can build it as fast as you can pay.
It's a good answer,
so,
honestly.
I mean, if we could build a whole truck in 1 month if we had all the parts.
Yeah.
People generally don't work that fast with their money, so it's
in chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say 6 to 9 months is pretty standard.
Okay.
For the time we have to do paint, body, and get all the parts here. So
I mean, you're
this one
obviously
right
not
here
starting it.
it's a 1964 and a half Mustang. I don't know Mustang super well, but I do know that the 64 and a half is really desirable for whatever reason. So the guy who owns this owns another one that got in an accident and it got an insurance check. So apparently it was easier to build this one than fix the other one or whatever. So we just welded on quarter panels. You can see it, that's what's going on here. We're gonna fix, basically we're fixing all the rust and all the body. The body panels we get never fit. Like I always say, I don't remember the last time any part just fit any car. It always takes modification. So
Yeah, especially these aftermarket
yeah,
parts.
along that door seam. Yeah, they just don't fit. Every car's different. Every panel's different, so they just take crazy modification to actually fit. This one's getting there.
How long have you been working on this?
It's been in here. We've been working on it, what, a week? It's been sitting in here a little while, but a week. So he's just finishing up well, you're in the middle of the process, not finishing, I guess, but yeah, we're doing all the metal work, and then, yeah, just getting ready for paint and body.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is this all your projects, or do you have to shuffle stuff in and out?
So there is one car currently missing. It's a Camaro. It's a 67 Camaro that's being painted right now. Other than that, that's it, right? Yeah. Yeah, just that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think this one should be interesting.
Yeah, so this is a 1972 or 1973 Ford cabover.
Oh, cool.
The reason we just have the cab in here is because the truck's like 60 feet long. We'll take up our whole shop.
Yeah.
So the guy who owns it has a warehouse down the road. So we're kind of working out of there. So I guess this is one that's not fully here. He called us up and was like, hey, I want to build a race car hauler. Has a giant flatbed on it. So what we've done is we've helped him chop up a school bus and this cab over to use the 24 valve Cummins in the school bus and the school bus axles. And I don't know, it's kind of a chop shop type project. We're just cutting stuff up, but
Making it work.
making it work because that's the parts he wants to use. So currently what we're doing is the cab was super rusted out. So we've patched up all the rust holes and we're just gonna do a little bit of filler and primer and then we're gonna blend in the patina look. So it's not, this one's not getting a full paint or anything. We're just gonna replicate the patina look. Yeah. So it'd be pretty cool. The rest of the truck would be like brand new with patina body.
I respect the fact that you can make something look brand new, but I like the patina look myself.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan. There's a lot of people that will like fake whole patina jobs, but I really like preserving original patina. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what we're doing. He's just welding it up right now. Kind of see around this corner. But yeah, this one should be a real cool one, I think.
What year did you say it was?
It's a 73 or 2.
Yeah, the cab over is always an interesting look. I love it.
Yeah. It's gonna be real cool. It's gonna tip up, have a giant Cummins sitting in there. So
yeah, you can imagine the motor and everything underneath it. I just love sitting in these trucks and driving them because it's like
giant steering wheel.
everything's just right in front of you.
Yeah.
It just cuts off. So it's like driving a school bus, obviously.
Yeah. It'd be cool. He says he just wants to haul his cars out to the track in Grantsville. So
And what are these frames for? Like
this is the parts to that 67 Mustang
okay.
that I mentioned. This is probably my favorite build we've ever done. So this is a supercharged LT4.
Oh, wow.
So this motor setup is like as good as you can get right now. This produces like 800 something horsepower to the crank. So this car will be a party. We've been mocking up stuff. We had to modify this exhaust pretty heavily to fit. This is another example of parts don't fit. So
yeah, when you're doing this, you got to make it fit.
yeah, this is out of like a 2023 Corvette. So
yeah,
not the same as the 67 Camaro by any means.
Do you like doing stuff like this that's more creative than, you know, you're running a mill shop where you're building a 2025, you know, Chevy
so
truck?
I've worked like I said at the beginning, I worked at a body shop where we did just everyday repairs. And there was like no meaning to it. You'd fix someone's car, they crash it, a week later it was back in. Like
just insurance jobs.
Yeah, just insurance jobs. I mean, I like working on custom stuff where you actually have to think. Like every day we're solving problems and yeah, you can't do this sort of work if you don't know how to problem solve.
Okay,
it's all custom.
I see you're welding a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
What welders do you guys run?
So this is just a cheapo one. It's the Vulcan Omni Pro 220 from Harbor Freight. This is way easier to use.
Yeah.
Like when you really think about it, when you're sitting there welding, I feel like they all do the same thing. For thicker metal, I see the difference, but for thin stuff like this thing works great. This is my go-to welder for body work.
Yeah, that's what that. Honestly, once the guys shot in our shop say the same thing. They're grabbing this Harbor Freight Vulcan off the shelf 9 times out of 10.
Fraction of the cost of the Miller. So yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You mind showing me like some of your toolboxes and this one yours?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it? A Snap-on?
So this is the Snap-on. I believe it's the Epic series. I'm not a nut about these. I don't know anything. I got it. It was a repo box. So I got it for a deal. I got it $5,000, like half full of tools. So that most of this top drawer was already in there when I bought it.
No way.
Yeah.
For $5,000.
$5,000. Yeah. It came with like torque wrenches, all different sizes.
If you run across that deal again, you let me know.
Every time I get in the Snap-on truck, I say, "What repo stuff do you have?"
So was it mostly Snap-on gear inside?
Every tool that was inside was Snap-on. So most of my Snap-on tools were from this deal.
Damn.
So there's that. It's not the most organized. It's kind of just pry bars, hammers. This is probably the most commonly used for body work and stuff. And what's next? Pliers. This is the most common drawer. This right here, these are my favorite tools in planet Earth. I call them the Do-It-All 9000s. They're made by Dent Pro or Dent Fix. Dent Fix. And they're like a trim plier, but I use them for everything. Cutting stuff, prying on stuff. I love them.
If you've got
I've got 3 pairs right there.
The same ones?
The same ones, exact same ones.
Oh, that's rare when you find the same ones, same color and everything. Are they the same age too, or you just keep buying them?
Honestly, I don't know why I have that many. At home, I have more than that. I probably have 5 at home.
Somebody borrowed them, maybe.
Yeah, it's usually, like, someone's always got some of my tools. I'm like, I'll just get another one.
What are these ones for?
That is for, like, on LS's, some of the plugs, like injector plugs and stuff will get really stuck, and that's for, like, pulling a plug off. Goofy little tool, but it's like a Harbor Freight special, I think. I've only used it a couple times.
That seems to be common. These specialty tools, you use them a couple times, and they sit there the rest of the time. What's that roller thing? This
right here is for sound deadening. So like in that Blazer right there, we have that sound deadening across the whole thing, and this is just to roll it down and apply it. So also a very random tool, but these are one of my favorites too. These are Blue Point. Snap-on makes a plastic version that's not as good. The Blue Point one's better, but it's a coolant, I don't know what you call it, coolant
clamp.
Cut-off clamp, yeah. So you're undoing hoses, you just clamp them down. These are awesome. I have a mini set somewhere around here, or maybe at home, for like transmission lines. I love those because we're always busting into stuff like that. Rather than making a mess, do that. This is my power tool drawer. Half of them are also scattered throughout the shop because the guys use my tools more than I do. But I have a mix of stuff. This is my very favorite tool in here, the Snap-on air hammer. This thing, if you're in the market for an air hammer, don't buy anything but the Snap-on one. That's my only recommendation with air hammers. They're awesome. I have 3 of them, actually. I have one here, one in one of my garages at home, and then one in the other garage at home. This is my favorite tool. When you're tearing apart classic cars, rusted bolts and stuff, you gotta have those.
Do you use a lot of air in the shop, or are you mostly doing battery?
So, honestly, we use a lot of air for tools like this. This is a very used tool here. 3M belt sander, Snap-on die grinder. We use air for bodywork tools, basically. That's about it. There's just no such thing as any electric tool that can beat these, just because if you're going on them for hours. But the electric tools, I like the Snap-on impacts because of the trigger, the forward and back rocker. You don't have to hit a clicker on the side.
That's nice.
So I like those. Forward, back, got 3/8 and 1/4 inch. Other than that, I think Milwaukee is honestly better with power tools. I do like the Snap-on with 1/4 inch ratchets. Those are cool.
Is that as high as you have to go, 1/2 inch on this stuff? Or?
If this can't get it, you're gonna have to cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's a good one.
Yeah, I haven't seen, I mean, honestly, the only thing I ever really use this for is like really, really rusted bolts. Other than that, the most common size on every one of these cars is 1/2 inch and 9/16. So 3/8 usually cuts it for these. The stuff you guys work on is probably big, huh?
Yeah, no, that's I guess that's the difference between the field mechanics and the shop here is you're not working on heavy equipment.
Yeah.
So you don't have those, 1 inch.
I've really never ran into much big stuff.
Yeah, that's
it's
good.
Like a transfer case, like retainer nut was like the biggest thing. I had to go buy a socket for it. That was about it. This is the drawer full of random kits.
Probably a pretty expensive drawer.
Yeah, I have stuff in here I forget I even have, like steering wheel puller, pulley puller, harmonic balancer puller, just really specialty stuff. Engine block tester, it's like a coolant thing. So this is a really cool tool. We use this a lot for just seeing what's going on. Just this guy's a little laser pointer, and you can just read the temperature.
So you're reading the temperature on each cylinder
Yeah,
to see
so you can point it in exhaust, like you can
hot.
figure out which one's running hotter. I have another tool, even cooler than this, that's very similar. I just bought it, actually. But yeah, this is just the random drawer kits.
You can just tease us with that, or you're gonna show us?
So I'm sure you guys have seen videos of this all over TikTok. That's where I originally found it.
Really?
It's a Snap-on thermal imager. This is my first time turning it on, by the way.
Okay.
There might not be batteries.
You get
in
an unboxing and
unboxing, yeah, and test, all that stuff. But the reason these are so cool and the reason I bought it is on the Snap-on truck, after I asked about it, he started showing me it, and like right here, it'll show you examples of how it works. So that shows it a good exhaust manifold. It also shows a bad one. There you go.
Okay.
So like that's an exhaust manifold. That shows that those ones are properly firing, but that's your cold one. So it shows you this thing finds problems really easily.
Cuts a lot of guessing out.
Yeah, but in this thing, it shows examples basically, so you can see how to use it. It shows pictures of like a window seal. It shows a good and a bad one. You can see where air's leaking through your seals.
Oh, so you could use that for like home inspections too.
Yeah, you can use it for anything. You can shine it at a tire, and it'll show you like a puncture in a tire because it's a heat difference.
Wow.
You can see your alignment because you can see where the tires go.
How much was that?
I want to say they're like $2,300, but I got it on a Snap-on deal, so it was like $1,500.
Oh, that's
It's a thermal imager.
a lot of times. I've sold real estate in the past. The guys will use something like that to find moisture in walls and stuff. So that's a useful tool.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite tools. This is an exhaust bender. Pretty simple machine, and you can bend up exhaust. This is used a ton.
Yeah.
So
Now, if you're making custom exhaust around, obviously you're making that engine fit where it shouldn't.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bend some exhaust.
yeah, it's an awesome bender. People ask if we use original parts a lot. We use original nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really not worth.
yeah. No, I mean on a car like this, like original, like the body panels and the frame are about the only original thing, but they were rotted out before, so they're no longer original.
So you're tearing the cab off of everything.
Every single one in here, yeah. I like doing it that way. I don't like when people want to cheap out and take shortcuts, so we try not to get those customers. Over here we have an old Bridgeport mill, but we rarely ever use it. It's basically just a glorified drill press. Since I took over the shop, we've maybe used it once or twice for something very minor. One of the old timers that used to work here was a machinist in the first half of his career, and he used this all the time. He'd make custom shift knobs and like, he'd go crazy on this thing. It's basically just a drill press for us though. Haven't really had a need for it yet.
Well, you gotta have a drill press. You might as well have one.
We have another drill press,
super
but
capable.
this one's nice for. It's just easy to use. These are really awesome tools. This is a Bailey bead roller to make custom inner panels and stuff. This is used all the time for custom body work. And then this is an English wheel, also used all the time. This is just for rolling panels and stuff. This is how you create bends, and these two together, you can build any body panel you need.
How long does it take to build a body panel that way?
I personally have never done anything like a full fender or anything like that.
Yeah.
Mine's always just like rust patches type
Just
stuff.
fixing something.
But there's guys out there that I would love to. I watch them all the time. They're building like full fenders or doors. I would love to do that. Just haven't really spent the time on it yet. I had the need to, because you just buy it for cheaper. So.
Yeah, that's what Aaron's always said to me. He's like, in fabrication, if you can buy it, buy it.
That's the thing. It's the time is money, and making parts takes a lot of time. So if you can buy it, it's usually cheaper too.
Yeah.
So, and then this is just an old Boxford lathe. And when you're working on custom stuff like this, sometimes you need these specialty things, but I haven't touched that in 2 years. It is on Marketplace right now if anybody's interested.
Because we don't use it.
Yeah. So, funny enough, this is my friend Sam. He actually worked for my dad's company for a couple years. And when I bought this place, I stole him from my dad. So, yeah, this is Sam.
He was a little bummed at first, and then when I told him who I was going to work for, he was pretty stoked. So
Yeah. So, yeah, he's been a friend for a while, but yeah, stole him from my dad. It's kind of funny. He actually has been rebuilding a C5, C6 Corvette.
yeah, C5 Corvette.
At home, so he's really fluent with LS stuff. So
Yeah.
he's kind of the go-to LS guy. Well, Lance over here, he's the one that's doing the body work. We talked to him a little bit. He's
Lance.
awesome at body work and welding. And then over here, this is his name's Shoots. He's the go-to guy for anything. if I need something quick done, I know I can rely on him to get it done and do it right. So
He's your Swiss Army knife?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's cool.
if I need to make a call for something, it's more than often him. He's
Is this
awesome.
your tool cart?
Yeah, everything he uses is really in this car. He doesn't even go to his big box hardly ever.
Kind of like our Will.
He's got his snacks. Here's another 3M belt sander. Like I said, these are used all the time here. This is a mini version, but one of our favorite tools.
Cool.
That's all he needs. If he doesn't have it, he goes to my box.
All right, guys, so we've looked at everything in the shop but this truck, so stay tuned. We're actually going to go look at Luke's personal shop before we take that for a ride. So let's head it over there.
Let's do it.
And like I said, guys, you're going to want to stay tuned because we're going to take this one for a ride. Yeah, if you want to. All right, we're going to take the Cruiser, the Custom Deluxe. I didn't know I was going to get a ride in this one. Oh, I had it. 78 Chevy. I love that thing.
I love Chevys. I love specifically the square bodies.
Even just that sound of you starting that up, like just memory lane.
They all sound the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this truck has quite the backstory. I bought this when I was in high school. I was driving a 1993 F350 and the transmission went out. And I couldn't come up with $3,000 to fix it at the time, so my neighbor had this in the backyard, said, I'll give it to you for $500 if you can get it running. Put a battery on it and some starting fluid and it fired right up.
And you've been driving it since?
Not really. Because what I did is I then drove it for a few months and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sell this. So I sold it, bought the transmission for the other truck, and I sold this to some person out in Salt Lake. And about 3 months later, my brother is on KSL or Facebook and sends me the listing for this. And it was for sale for, I sold it for, I believe, $3,000. I think I bought it back for $1,000.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't running. They had pulled the intake manifold and carburetor off. So I went and picked it up, pulled it home, had it running that night. I then immediately took pictures and flipped it again. So then I sold it to some guy also out south again. And this time it was gone like 6 months. And I bought it back for like $500 because the timing chain stretched. So I came back home, fixed it, and then I traded it for another 73 Chevy.
Oh my God.
So I actually traded this truck for a truck you're about to see at my house. It's a 73 Chevy, same model and everything, just 4-wheel drive. And I then restored the 4-wheel drive one, and then that guy I sold this to hit me up, says, hey, I need some money, you want to buy the truck back? I said, yeah. So I bought it back. And there's one more trade that happened. I bought a 77 Chevy, sold it to somebody. A few weeks later, I don't know what it was, he took some parts off of it and he says, hey, I'll trade you the 77 for this. We did a swap and then I ended up just buying this back. I don't remember all the stories exactly, but
How many times is that? 5?
4 or 5. But yeah, this truck's been great to me. I got it running and I've put a transmission in it, and that's really the only work I've had to do other than the axle. I have blown probably 6 or 7 rear axles in this truck because I do burnouts in it. I love burnouts. Every year at the Bountiful Burnout competition, I go and roast the tires, and I keep throwing just old junker axles in. They just keep blowing up. So that's, I change axles in this more than I change the oil. But other than that, this thing just runs and drives perfect.
What's cool about these old trucks is you can just replace parts and keep them going. And
yeah, my friends all make fun of me too, because it's like something on, like my friends all have old trucks and stuff, and something on theirs will break, and it's kind of a big deal because they got to go find a part. It's like, oh, Luke has a spare Chevy motor. Oh, Luke has a spare transmission. I have spare axles, transmissions, motors. I don't call myself a hoarder. I call myself a collector, but I do collect a lot of parts. Not as bad as I used to be, though.
so this is the home shop.
Yeah. My parents' house. I don't live here, but all my stuff's here. I picked up both of these last week.
Nice.
It just got delivered this morning from California, so.
I didn't take you for a Ford guy. Old Ford.
Ironically, you're gonna see there's a lot of Fords here. There's some Mopars, there's some
different
Chevys.
side to Luke here.
Yeah.
He keeps
At home, I'm a Ford guy.
his Fords here so his friends don't lose respect for him. All right, Luke's warned me that his friends call him a hoarder.
I'm a collector.
Calls himself a collector.
You guys decide.
Whoa, dude.
So this is my home garage. This is where I spend every single night building my own stuff, hanging out. I got a collection of tools. This is my 72 Chevy I'm restoring. I got a little bit of everything in here.
So you come home from work. And,
I come home from work and do this. My life revolves around classic cars. These boxes are all just kind of cheapo ones I found on Marketplace
What
for
was your first
super
one?
cheap. It was this one. My dad found it in a dumpster. My dad found this one in the dumpster and gave it to me when I was in junior high. And then this is my dad's old toolbox. He also just gave me, well, I think I just took over, honestly. And so he gave that to me years ago. And yeah.
What's the first sticker you remember putting on
The first sticker I remember putting on is that Cabela sticker. I've had that sticker forever.
And then from there, you just went wild.
Yeah, I went wild. I know it was that Cabela's one, though. Yeah, I love stickers. I cover the door, toolboxes, everything. So yeah, the toolboxes here are nothing fancy, but they get the job done.
You got a lot of almost the same toolbox, but I can tell that you're just like, I need some more space.
Yeah, yeah. So power tools up there. This toolbox is kind of just the junk. Like I think I got hose clamps. It's not very organized like work is. This one's just miscellaneous hoses and stuff, random grease stuff. When you're putting stuff together, you need that all the time.
You spend hours looking through
some pry bars and impacts. I never touch impacts anymore. The electric stuff's just too convenient. So my go-to is this black cart right here. Everything I usually need sitting in this little black cart. This is a little snap-on thing I got, also a repo deal. And just got my sockets, my extensions, ratchets. Like this is just the hand tools you need. Love using that. These two are the most go-to.
You actually pull those around the shop?
What was that?
You pull them around the shop?
No, I actually have never moved them from right there.
Okay,
and then this stuff I just keep like my body work stuff, sandpaper, hammers, stuff like that. So those two are most common. My personal stuff I painted all myself, but for the shop we send it to a guy because it's just faster. I've done a little bit of both though, but yeah, there's a truck in the other garage I just finished. Well, this is a door panel for it. I'm just finishing restoring it right now.
You got another garage?
Yeah. So yeah, this is just kind of where the fun takes place. This is where the work happens. This is where all the tools are. So
all right, I need to step up my garage
This is my
game.
favorite drawer. I think every guy's got one of these. Sticker drawer.
No, I thought it was going to be porn.
But yeah, I mean, this is just years and years of stickers. So
Yeah.
I love stickers.
It seems like it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
If you're an automotive guy,
Yeah.
you're going to love stickers.
And then over here, I don't know, I've collected antiques and random car stuff and license plates. That wall of license plates right there is actually every car I've owned.
Really?
Before I had a dealer's license.
Every car that's been registered.
No, I didn't. I've actually only registered a few cars. The only cars I've ever registered are the ones I currently own.
All right.
But yeah, I just take plates off them when I buy them. And then I just keep fluids on hand. I like to have a little bit of everything. And then these are just random parts, just stuff I know I use, I keep, just because it's a little bit more than the average home garage people tinkering. I actually crank stuff out of here.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, and then we'll take you over to the other one where I store everything. So what originally got me into it is when I was 17, I was driving one of my dad's old trucks like most teenagers do. And I burnt up the transmission from doing burnouts. My dad said, "You are never driving one of my vehicles again." A couple months later, he let me drive one of his old family Suburban. And the one rule is don't take it off road. That night, I sank it up to the windows in mud, and that was the real end. From that day forward, my dad has rarely ever let me drive any of his vehicles. So he said, "You have to buy your own." So I hopped on KSL, 17 years old. I was a junior in high school and found a 1993 F350 for sale. And here's what it looked like. And then I painted it shortly after. So that's really what got me into it, is I bought an old junker. I bought what I could afford, and I wanted to make it nice. So I taught myself how to paint. It was a crappy paint job, but yeah, then there's that truck. I traded it for that truck. That's the one we were driving, and this is the other 73 I mentioned that I traded for. And this one's since been restored too, which we're about to see. So yeah.
I didn't know all these trucks had such a story.
It was just a matter of all I could afford was a crappy truck. I wanted a nice one, so I started tinkering. I started buying and selling. I started trading, and I worked my way into this somehow. So,
How old are you?
23.
Yeah, he's done more in the last 6 years than I've done in 40. So let's just.
Well, come see the other garage. People I know, friends, family, are on vacation or having fun. I work a lot. Like my free time is spent in here building trucks. So
Have you touched this one, or is this original?
this is my brother's. He just barely bought it a few months ago. It's all original, very low mileage.
I love it.
But yeah, that was my brother's.
I'm a single cab guy myself.
Oh, I love them. All right, so the Porsche in here is my dad's, and the Mercedes on the lift is my dad's. Other than that, these are all my cars.
Oh, I've seen this one.
So yeah, this one's a lot
that
of fun.
one's
I
cool.
built that when I was in high school. Because I did it in high school, like I taught myself everything on that essentially.
You painted it and everything?
Yeah, and it needs some work. It's just on giant leaf springs, so it's a very rough ride.
Yeah.
Steers like garbage.
It's a high school build.
It's fun though.
It's what you will. It's what every kid wanted in high school.
That picture I showed you in there is what it looked like when I got it. But this as I did it in 2019 to 2020. Haven't touched it since. This is the 93 I was talking about though. This is my first truck. This is what got me into everything.
This is it?
This is it. It's since undergone 2 restorations. One of them was when I was in high school, just tried painting it, tried making it nice, and it was garbage. So I actually went in to do an oil change with it, and I noticed underneath was rusty and leaking. I'm like, I don't like it, so I restored it. So I sandblasted everything. I painted it myself, full custom interior, rebuilt the motor. The engine bay is all nice and fancy now. So I did everything on this truck. Every last bit of this I redid.
How long was it torn down the second time?
9 months.
9 months.
Last September, yeah.
Some kids had babies in 9 months, and you had this.
Some people built this, yeah. So I think I spent around 2,300 hours on it in 9 months, which is insane because I do a lot of other things. So
I wouldn't trade my kids, but I might trade my kids.
for this thing, yeah. This is a 1972 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. If you ever seen that 70s show, this is the exact same car. My dad picked this up, it was like 2018, and it was hideous. I was like, what are you thinking? It has a 455 rocket motor, which is very fast, and it used to have it's a station wagon. It had big old top, bubble windows, and we cut it off with the Sawzall, and we call it the Vista Mino now. So
I was gonna say, it looks like
basically
an El
a
Camino.
4-door El Camino. This thing's a lot of fun. We just put a new axle in it, me and my brother, a couple months ago. Lower gearing and everything, and it's fun. This is a burnout machine.
Did it originally have the back seat that faced that way?
It still does. It has a seat here and a seat there that fold up.
Yeah.
So this thing seats, I think it's got 12 seat belts when these fold up, but the reason the seats are down is because we put our dirt bikes in the back of this. So it's white trash dirt bike hauler. It's fun though. But yeah, this is what I do. I have a lot of toolboxes, a lot of cars, a lot of motorcycles, and the tools we went through are kind of my go-to, my favorite ones.
Well, now that we've seen everything, we're gonna get back to the shop and we're gonna take that truck for a burn. So stay tuned. We're gonna head back. And we intentionally saved this one for last.
This is an awesome truck. It's probably the most custom one in here. So this is a 1953 Chevy. You wouldn't know just by looking at it, but every last bit of metalwork on this is custom. For example, these trucks are supposed to have a seam right here, and instead this has a one-piece glass with full modified roof. Like, this thing's super custom.
How do you get that glass?
Yeah, there's guys that custom do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can, there's a lot of old timers still out there that you can basically find them on a forum or something like that. But yeah, custom glass. I don't know, the whole thing's custom. Like this is supposed to have like ridges in it for traction. Those are all smoothed out.
It's not for stepping.
Yeah, no stepping on that. Yeah.
Don't put your shoes on.
This one has a sweet engine in it too. It's got a 383 that I built in 2023. It's a little dirty right now. We've been driving it around quite a bit, but this thing is a machine. It's very, very fast.
How fast do you think?
I'm gonna guess we've never actually done it or anything, but I'm gonna guess it sits give or take 500 horsepower. It's fully built to the max. And this truck has no problem spinning donuts for burnouts. This thing's fun.
You want to start it?
Yeah.
I don't want to ask you for a ride today. The weather's not great.
I'll take you for a ride. You need to go for a ride to actually feel how much power this thing has.
Let's do it. That's awesome. Dude, I love that.
Sounds like I'm taking for a ride, so we'll close up the hood and get it ready. Should I do a little burnout out of here?
Yeah, if you want to. This thing rides pretty good.
It rides pretty good. The suspension's really nice. It's got all coilovers, 4-link suspension.
Dude, you almost got me in your lap.
The road's a little bit wet, so I took you for a little ride.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, this thing's fast, but when the roads are wet, we didn't get anywhere. We just spun for the whole 100 yards.
Oh, that's fun.
So, I'm doing a giveaway with this truck. One of you guys watching may win this. So, if you want to win this truck, you can win it by going to enswellspeed.com. And every $1 spent is an entry to win. And on Christmas Day, we'll be drawing a winner.
I've given away a lot of vehicles in my day at decent power here, but this is by far the funnest one.
We can't even drive, it's too wet. Yeah, maybe we should go park it before we crash. We're not getting any traction.
Before we ruin the giveaway.
This thing's so fun.
Man, I did not expect it to be that fast. That is cool. I ended up in his lap at one point, but we took it around the block, did some burnouts.
Yeah, with the roads being wet, you get zero traction.
This thing is all the jazz, man. It's cool. Thanks, Luke, for showing us your shop and all your tools and this awesome truck. And he let me know if you hit the link in the description below, 25 times better chance to win this truck if you go get entered right now. I'll put the link in the description below. So until next time, guys, stay tuned.